Hi everybody, it's the Mrs. King Show at home, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to draw Baby Yoda. And as we know, we're celebrating Star Wars Day today. May the 4th be with you. And so I thought this would be a little fun drawing assignment. All you need to do this assignment is a piece of paper. You can use plain paper from the printer, or if you have other paper, that's fine too, construction paper or a sketchbook. And you can use something to write with. I have a pencil, I have a Sharpie. You can use crayons, markers, whatever you have at home is fine. You also may want to have some colored pencils or crayons so that you can color your picture when you're finished. This is a picture of Baby Yoda. We all love Baby Yoda because he's so cute. And I thought that it would be fun to do a drawing of him today. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is get your piece of paper and fold it in half like a hot dog, and then unfold it and fold it in half like a hamburger. Now, anytime during this video while you're working, if you need more time, just pause it, and then you can restart it when you're ready to do the next step. Okay, so I have my paper folded in half, and this only reason we did this was so that it can help me figure out where I'm putting things on the page. That's the only reason we folded it. So I have a piece of paper ready to go here that I have on the table that's already folded in half both ways to give me a little guideline. I'm going to be drawing with a Sharpie so that you can see better. But like I said, you can draw with a pencil first, or if you want to, you can draw with a marker too, like I am. Here's the middle of the page right here, and this is the fold that's coming across. And by the way, I'm drawing like a landscape. I'm drawing it so it's wide. And also, I put another piece of paper underneath of mine just so that my marker doesn't go through to the table. So that's a good idea. So if you're using a Sharpie, you might put a second piece of paper underneath so it doesn't go through to your table. I'm going to start right here. There's the middle. I'm going to start by making a slight smile that comes across right there. Here's the middle of the page. I made a smile, a little slight smile that comes across. And we're making, this is the bottom of Yoda's head. And then I'm going to go from here to here with a big rainbow curve line. Okay, so I'm going to come up to the middle, and then I'm going to come back down to onto this side and connect where I started. So I made a big rainbow line to connect that. And then we're going to give Yoda his big ears. If you remember from this picture, he's got some big wide ears that stick out on the side. So I'm going to start here, like kind of in the middle of this shape. And I'm going to come out way over here to the edge of the paper. Then I'm going to curve down. Then I'm going to start way down here on the head and curve up and meet that line. And then I'm going to make an ear on this side. We want it to be symmetrical. That means we try to make it the same as much as possible. But if it's not exactly the same, that's going to be fine too, as long as we're trying to make it similar. So I'm going to start about right here. I'm going to come out to the edge, curve down, and then I'm going to start back over here and curve up and meet that line. So there's the shape of his ears. And now he has this little part on his ear here that's kind of folded over. So I'm going to start about right here and curve across and up to the tip. And then I'm going to come over here and curve up to the tip. So there's his ears. Now we're going to give him his eyes. He's got some big eyes, and that's what makes him so cute, are those big eyes. So we're going to be making his big eyes, and to make them, a little tip would be, is to make dots first. So I'm going to make a dot close to the middle here, and then to the edge here. And this is how big I want to make the eye. And so if I make those dots first, it's easier then to connect. So I'm going to make these two dots. I'm going to make a slight curve below to connect here, but to connect on top, I want to make a bigger curve, a bigger rainbow line. So I'm going to come here and connect. And then I'm trying to make one similar to this side. So I'm going to make a dot and a dot. And then I'm going to make a slight curve below to connect and a bigger curve on the top to connect. So I'm going to come up and down. If they're not exactly the same, mine aren't exactly the same, but they're pretty close. Then inside that, I'm going to make a circle for his eye. So I'm going to make it touching up here at the top, not quite touching at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Starting here, a circle that comes around and touches up here, but not the bottom. And I'm going to give him a little highlight. So I'm going to make an oval here and an oval here. So when I color it in, I'm not going to color in those parts, and that'll be the highlights for his eyes. Okay, so above his eye, he has this fold that starts here and curves around the eye. And then on this side, the same thing, a fold that starts here and curves around the eye. And then he's got some little eyebrows, or just as for his forehead has wrinkles in it. And I'm going to add a few more little wrinkles in here. So in my picture, he's not so happy. You know, he's going to be a little bit sad or mad. So there's some little angry eyebrows there. And we can add a nose. His nose is going to be real simple. He's got a tiny little nose. So for his nose, all I'm going to do is just make a little smile right there. Now, right now it looks funny. That looks like it's a little, that's the face. But that's just going to be his nose. So then I'm going to add his mouth. And in this case, he's not so happy. So he's got a little bit of a frown. So this is his face. And then to make his clothes, he's wearing some kind of a robe that the collar folds down on with some big sleeves. So we're going to add that next. So I'm going to start right here on the side of his head. And I'm going to make a curved line that comes down like that. On this side of the head, a curved line that comes down. And then right here, not in the middle, a little further over than the middle, I'm going to make a line that comes down there. And I'm going to connect from here to here. Then I'm going to go a little bit higher and connect from here to here. So it looks like it's wrapped around, so it's not connected right there. Then I'm going to make his robe. I'm not going to start here on the end. I'm going to jump in a little bit here, and I'm going to come down and out. And here on this side, I'm going to start here and come down and out. And then I'm going to connect it with a curved line. And it could be a bumpy curved line, doesn't have to be perfectly across. And then I'm going to make a line down the middle where his robe closes. And a second line next to that. And then we're going to give him some sleeves. To make a sleeve, all I'm going to do is make a line that comes down here and come back to the body. And on this side, a line that comes down here, back to the body. And I'll put a little cuff at the end of the line because it looks like he's got a little cuff on his sleeve. And then for his hand, I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm just going to do this, make a line that curves over toward his body from here to here. I'm not going to, his hands are a little complicated. We're just going to make his hands simple and just do something like that. Okay, so this is the basis of it. I might add a few lines on the robe just to make it look like it's fabric, you know, so it's drapey looking here. And that's about it. So this is the basic picture for Baby Yoda. You could put a line back here to suggest that it's a ground in the background. If you want to draw more things in the background, you can. And then when you go to color it, you can add some green for his skin, pink, a little pink inside the ears, and his coat's kind of a brown color. And his eyes are brown with lighter brown and darker brown in his eyes. So you can get as fancy as you want to when you color it. I would love it if you could do this drawing. And if you do it, please post a picture of it on social media. If you do, please tag me. Or you could email it to me at school and then I can share it. But I'd love to see what you create. Have fun and may the 4th be with you.